40 love. Lex, first serve. $40-15.
Really a difficult one to hit that hard and control because it bounced up so high. At least he's moving his feet well though, Moya.
Game, Moya. First game, second set.
Sign of mental strength to hold serve after the disappointment at the end of the first set. As you say, in so many ways, this is a totally different Moya from the one we saw on Saturday in Sydney.
Well, if he's the sort of player that a lot of people think he is, and I think he's got that sort of character, Moya. He's got to learn to play like somebody like Becker does. In other words, if they've lost a close match or lost a close first set and then capitulated in the second, as he did against Henman, he's got to learn that champions here are able to shake off the loss of a close first set and able to come back. So he's got to learn from his mistakes, and that was certainly a mistake against Henman. And signs there, although a few points there gifted by Becker, but certain signs of good resilience. And my goodness, he needs it on a day like this when, oh, you need icy water really, cool you down.
Well, he's played so much of his life in heat, hasn't he?
Time.
Not quite like we've got here, but born in Parma, not exactly a hotbed of Spanish tennis, but spent most of his time recently, well, a good deal of his time in Barcelona and on those hot outside clay courts. And with Becker's makeup, because the facial makeup, with the red hair and the fair skin, you'd suspect that he would be the one to wilt more in the sun, but he's shown us on so many occasions that he does have terrific resilience. Love one.
$15 love. Lex. Second serve. $15 all.
Yeah, really long one, that one. Fourth double. That was too short.
A little short, but certainly Moya's giving himself a talking to. He's muttering, having missed the first point of the game out wide to the forehand. I think he's now beginning to expect a few more there.
Lex, first serve. $30 all.
Yeah, chance.
Yes, you can tell yourself to move your feet, but of course what he expected there was a much better second serve actually from Becker. And the fact that it was short meant that Moya really had to stretch a long way forwards.
Yes, beautifully constructed rally. Moya keeping him honest.
There's a lovely bit of timing on these shots by Becker, and he so often is so good with that particular volley, just using the opponent's pace, riding with the ball, steering it down the line.
Game Becker, 1-all.
He really is serving well, despite the doubles. Absorbing match, kind of hush, but then the heat does that to you. It's not energizing. Players have got to rise above it. The crowd don't need to.
Love 15. Lex for serve. Lex for serve.
Beautiful. Settling into that rhythm again.
Yes, Moya just taking a little bit of a chance with his approach shot, but at the same time you felt, although the opening was there, Becker really had to come up with the goods in order to achieve.
Yes. Well, this is bad news now for Moya. Becker's alert, playing really solid tennis, and now has 3 break points.
Well, he wasn't taking a second chance. I actually thought the Becker shot might have gone out.
Yeah, Becker thought that the shot previously was out. That's why there's a bit of a scream there.
Yes, I can't say that I agree with him. To me, it looked as if it might be going out of...
Go ahead once more with a 2-1 lead, and it's going to be really tough in this heat for the Spaniard, even though he's much the younger man, of course. To battle his way back from 2-1 down. We'll pick it up in the next game. Becker once again at advantage. Set point. Oh, tremendous stab volley from Boris. Sheer reactions. Becker then, with his most convincing set so far, taking that 2-1 lead. Well, at this stage, it seemed as if Becker had ridden the storm. Moya looking very tired, but lo and behold, well, things really turning around in the 4th set. Here's Becker, break point to go 1-5 down. Extraordinary double break for Moya. And surely in that situation, that would be enough to take us into a fifth and final set. And these two really having an ordeal by heat. In the next game, Moya reaching advantage and a point for 2 sets all. At this stage, it was Becker who was looking tired. And we suddenly began to wonder, could he become the first man since Roscoe Tanner, the first defending champion in the Australian Open, indeed in any Grand Slam, to lose in the first round when defending his title? Anxious moments for wife Barbara and coach Mike the Palmer. We'll join it as we go into the crucial 7th game of the final set. It's 3-all, Becker to serve. And that was the break for Moya. So now all the Spaniard had to do was to hold serve twice, and the match would be his, and the defending champion would be out. And the next 2 games went with serve. So at 5-4, Moya serving for the match. Everyone getting pretty excited. Pretty love here.
Please.
He played a lot of very successful lobs, but that a case of taking your eye off the ball if ever I saw it. Was the nerve going to crack a little? And if anybody's game had cracked, it was Becker's. He'd been frazzled out there. 2 match points for Carlos Moya. And a foot fault again. High drama. Oh, tremendous into-out forehand from Becker to save the first of the 2 match points. What about the second? It was wide, and Carlos Moya, an extraordinary upset on the opening day. The men's defending champion bundled out in 5 sets. And Moya, what a moment for this 20-year-old from Mallorca. And Becker's vulnerability in the early stages of a Grand Slam. Well, he's lost here in the first round before, lost in the French in the first round. Of course, that famous occasion when he lost early to Peter Doohan at Wimbledon. And Becker out. Many people thought he would defend his title. They thought he was the great threat to Pete Sampras, but now all Mike the Palmer and Barbara Becker can do is say, well, maybe next year, if he comes back next year. Carlos Moya, the calmest man in the place. I doubt he's the coolest. Becker was to say afterwards that by the end of the match he couldn't even remember what his name was.